Hi everybody, it's Jess, your go-to YouTube dance commentator, and we're here taking a look at alphaDrive1 and their track Raw Flame. We have a dance practice, which makes me very excited to see. Looks like we are at a concert venue, which is going to be a nice feel, seeing them in a different environment, being able to spread out and move. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hey, he said watch. Nice. I love that. So watch me. Nice. There's a lot of angstiness, but it stops at the shoulders. Okay. So with this one, it's interesting because there was a lot of punch to it, but it kind of didn't give the impression that the full body was involved in that said punch dynamic. Very interesting. Okay, from the top we go. Also that hard, like that particular sound, it reminded me of Hard by Next G. The only reason why I can like cite it immediately is because that is my favorite choreography Next G's done personally. But in the context here, I thought this was fine. They had some pretty decent staging. You had some complexity, usage of the space in the stage, and I know it's different performing this facing a camera here to us in comparison to facing outward, which is where you would normally do the performance, as well as in the dance practice space where you're really familiar with your surroundings. So there's going to be a bit of a comfort in risk taking in certain areas. But we're here for good time, good vibes. So we end up expanding it out. I like the trace down. We take it interrupted as we travel it up. Then we take the arms, send them low. I like the body coming up as well to create a fun intro build. You have the breath, toss it around. First feature. We end up taking it down into a butterfly, like a gear shifting in the butterfly, which really checks out to the song name. So then they end up taking it, accenting with the wrists on it. Then we go into more of an isolated, not isolated, but using the shoulder and the knee like the knee you'd see in a butterfly. you see that complementing with more of the full body, which is cool. It's cool. So this move here, they end up accenting, they chug it to more of an ensemble or an ensemble. It's not an ensemble like you would see in ballet, but that kind of the quickness of getting your feet together is something you can see similar. But they use that as a staging moment or transition moment. I like the walk forward of next feature. What's happening environmentally with everybody else, or the complementary choreography is fun. Then they end up taking it, they isolate from the hip to the chest and then to the head. Then we send it away, like the individuality moment there with a toss to next feature. We do a trace, we send it, we hit the ponies, arms go out. I think we end up going ball change with a flick up, and then we have some chest accents there. And then you have that crazy with the scoop of the leg. Come on with the chest on that too. We end up kicking it, we rotate it around. And then we have come and go closer with the hand to chest, and now what's going on in complementary choreography. Really nice, it's like a slap almost to the back, and then we create a really nice fluid transition. I like the fullness there with how expansive it is, diving into the kinesphere there. And then we go down. What do I mean by that? It's past our fingertips, the space that we're trying to get to, which I really like. To the floor we go, to a bridge recover. They did all great with the head on that to really commit to it. We drop down. I like how we hear that bass, that percussive full sound there. And we're letting that with our body, not just in the legs, but in torso. So I will say to my note that I did give, I'm more so talking about the second half where our extremities have the thrashing, but I see more full body engagement here. But I like that the full body is getting involved in that sound justification because it makes it feel like a proper pre-chorus build, right? So we end up moving to a new spot, and then we bring it in. Wow. And then we go, so watch. Like a watch, but I know they're talking about this type of watch. So that's fun. Then we go into this pulse sound. Yeah, it go down. I like the build up, and then we accent drum, drum, drum. We syncopate it, and then we end up rotating it to thread. We send it down, and we go knock, knock with that shoulder. Watch me. I like the knock on the knee is cool. Then we send it back. We cross it. Then we involve both arms, and then we have this accent with the chest there, all pressing forward. New feature with the pas de bourrées with the points are fun. This pulse is fun there with the chest. They're running that na na na, so they were matching the na 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 with the legs. None. Yeah, that's cool. And then we have a really nice tempo going on, or sorry, really nice choice with the arms much smoother, so we can see both the just the fullness of the track exists here, as well as a na na na. Then we rotate around, new feature. So we rotate the entire formation around to next feature. We break it down in, send it over to the side with a point, to the front, to the mouth, trace it with the knock is cool. I like that we have a little duo moment going to help contribute with the trio, and then you have that hard. And then we hit hard. That part hard. Yeah, and then we're like, we go hard, we. Such a good choreo. Anyway, but we knock and then we let it go, we expand it. And I like to bring it in, they hit it with some subtlety there. It has a mischievousness to it, right? Joker-esque. So good tension, bringing it down, then bringing it across. So it's multi-plane. Well, we're exploring multiple planes of movement, which I really like in this space. Then we knock. I like the mirror transition out. Trio breaks off is cool. And then we end up singing it down, lift it up. Also, I do like the fact that it looks like everybody has proper footwear on. Sometimes, we see people in dance practices be sporting some slides, and I'm like, yo, we are dancing risky business, right? Because I've ended up injuring my ankle dancing in Birkenstocks. So I'm a bit sensitive to the shoe footwear, but I like how we have it. We are properly equipped for the dance, so we shouldn't expect too many injuries here. So I like they bring it up, and then the drop down is also nice. The toss-up's cool with the speed change. We pull it down to redirect everybody in torso. We send it in, and then we get low. I like the speed change. It's like we're moving through, not like molasses, but it's like an area. It's let me see if I can find a better way to word it. It's anti-gravity kind of speed change where there's a bounce, but it's really slow and controlled. It's cool. I was about to use like the silliest analogy, like syrup, and it's like you're in space, but it's syrup and blah, 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 whatever. That doesn't matter. The ball change is fun with the pull down. It does give the impression that there would be a camera right over here in order for us to really catch that moment more clearly. But I love the fullness of the pull and the draw of the body getting off stage. Yeah, the ball change is cool. Getting the torso getting drug. And then I like the last individual, it would really be Arno, right? Last member of the diagonal staying behind and initiating the rest of the group, which is cool. Isolation is cool. They redirect. He's creating more of a position gesture-based signal to the members, so it looks like he's controlling them even though he's not. It's still a fun visual. Then we're walking just to our next spot. We do some scissors, or we just switch our feet there with our torso, and then we create a trace to a cannon. So what is a cannon? Oh, we only did a single move cannon. A cannon is it's the same sequence of movements with different start and finish times. So it's really just the first two groups that ended up doing the same first move, which is that scoop down, but then we bring it in. I really like the openness of this little port or bra towards the inside and outside. Looks really nice there. And it's like, come on now. And we go hit with the accent there, and we step it back, and then we knock it away, brush it away. Really nice there. We clap it. There's your hard, bringing it in. So watch me pulse on the on the body here, and I like the knee, and then we have good tension on it with the draw down. We knock onto the chest, and then we re-hit it. We rebound it, and then we end up taking the knee. It's more isolated here. It does give the impression, compared to the first course here, we're not engaging or using the full body to execute our choices as much as we were in the first course. Specifically the torsos. Yeah, we're really using our arms so much more. Yeah, right here. Yeah, the cross down. Good tension. So watch me. We bring it in. There's your flame. We walk away. We're walking to the side. We have a duo moment. We end up grabbing the shoulder. We do a grab. Assist, pulling back up. And then it's interesting how they're not quite centered there, but that's life. Whatever, right? So I like the mirroring of that, the grab. And then we have another opposing arm on that too. High note, let's go. Fun frame there. And there's hard, and then we trace it, so that's nice. And then we interrupt. What are we drinking? Doom, doom. We're drinking the beat. Then we get tossed back. It gives a Matrix-y vibe. Not quite like full-on Matrix, what you've seen in the movie, but this kind of sound that we're hearing with the lean back's really fun, and having to exist in that slowly is cool. Then I like the trace down. I'm not quite sure what we were going for there. It's like a thrashing wave almost. Yeah, it's like we're throwing our wave, not like a ribbon or a wind style wave, but something like that. It's very interesting. I like that we use that as a ripple, traveling it forward, we knock like the X on the arms. We have some fullness going on, but notice we're not using the chest in those choices with the arms and the lower body, which is fine, but they ended up using the chest there in the isolation, which is fun. Plot of array is fun. They end up pulling it. You have some subtlety in the shoulder, which is nice. We're running it. Shoulders galore. And then we end up dropping to the side. More traces to help with the redirections. With the leans on torso. Cross it and go this with a fun finish. Yeah, I bet this is pretty fatiguing to do. Faux show. Because it's one of those, let me see. Everybody has some subtle individuality to a degree, and then he's the only one that's different here. It could be that we would have a spot for Gonu here, right, to maintain some degree of, I mean, this is symmetrical. I'm curious where he would be placed here. So I know he's on hiatus right now. But all in all, I didn't mind this. I thought it's a good choreography to have in the realm of their discography, because you want to have a little bit of everything. If you want to, especially coming from a survival show format, it is easier to kind of get away with doing multiple styled concepts because within competition that you were in, that's kind of the theme of said competition, is doing a bunch of different concepts to choose from, and it's conditioning the audience that we can get thrown anything and we'll probably be able to receive it well because they are versatile enough to do said concept. So this was fun, a nice watch, and I'm glad it exists. If you want to see more, like my time on Boys to Planet, or seeing their journey up until this point, if you don't see it on YouTube, it will be on Patreon for you to binge away to your heart's content. I'm Jess, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Bye!